We didn't do that.
Sure you weren't.
Life's guilty.
What's going on, everybody? Captain RoBear and crew here. Meteorian Core episode 34 is here.
Woo.
Lower.
34.
Meteorian Core, Rule 34.
No.
We just got over avian secrets, man. What the fuck?
Your best intro in months.
What did he say?
Rule 30, Meteorian
I'll
Core,
explain it to you
Rule
later.
34.
It's essentially dark avian secrets.
Wait. Caustic, please tell me you
Go
know
to
what
Google.
Rule 34
Go
is.
to Google Caustic. Do not ask here. Do not ask.
No, don't do it. No, this is a trap. This is a trap.
This is
Absolutely.
It's a trap.
No. Google won't show photos.
Oh.
Oh my god, what the fuck is happening?
I DM'd you.
Blinked out.
Oh no.
Definitely don't go to the website.
Yeah, no. Well, that's how you start an episode, I guess. Holy shit.
There's an old mixer meme between me and Radio Mang that happens to have a Cade 6 and a beverage of radiolarian fluid that used to get sent to each other all the time. Open up your cell phone. Oh God.
Yeah.
This is how we remember Cade. This
That's
is
right. Meteorian Core does exist. Technically.
no, I don't. Oh God. I don't.
Look, man, maybe we've been alluding to it this whole time.
There's
Maybe
probably
that
an
is
entire
the
subreddit
dark
somewhere.
avian secret.
There's an entire dark avian subreddit now, probably.
Oh my god.
Who's responsible for this?
No one knows.
No one knows. The
It's
internet
mysterious.
Is,
The wise sages at 4chan.
oof, I don't know if I call them wise. Fucking hell. Oh my god. That is a start.
So who's got big announcements?
I don't want to talk after that. I mean, I do.
This Sunday, D20 Deathmatch over on Mud and Caustic's channel.
It also exists. Every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Oh.
YouTube.com/D20Deathmatch.
So
Oh,
yeah,
no.
D20 this Sunday. Also Monday, 1 p.m. I am going to be on Dungeon Scrawlers. We're doing their campaign, The Crown, for a one-shot. It's in its Kickstarter final week. They're in their stretch goals at this point, fully funded, but it's based on a place where everyone gets to be a god of something. So they're going to give away one free digital copy during the game as well. So if you can drop by, it'll be fun, I promise. I'm probably going to build out a god of rocks. We'll see what we come up with. As per my brand.
Key style.
Kiki style indeed.
I love it.
My name is Jane Dwanson. I am the god of rocks.
This is very good. I might steal that. Thank you.
Easy peasy, one and done. There you go.
Din Wiesel.
The god of cars.
It's a Mandalorian.
The god of god.
Anybody else with big announcements? Nothing else going on. Slow weekend. Well, we got some D&D after this. We call it Nether Deep, and then Spelljammers on Sunday. We will pick up where we left off last week. We will be Samless this week, so make sure to send her some love on the twits. She is up to work. headed towards Lakeside. Going back figuratively home. To go back to the Amethyst Dragon's Lair, where the party initially gained their focus, their wealth. They're coming together. After divisive moments that split the party moments ago when they were introduced to the symbiote accelerant that seems to be spreading the fires throughout Waterdeep, you guys headed out east, taking in a sunset, only to find an eccentric traveler in the name of Renwick, painting impressionist sunsets, sharing his charcuterie and wares, breaking bread with a new friend, only to be greeted by the past once again with alien symbiotes, the large green crystals that you've seen explode and control gravity emerge up from the lake, vanquishing all of them with your new friend, but also seeing a strange individual in the distance emerging up and out of the lake, covered in the same black ichor that you've seen before they shot off into space, up and out of this atmosphere. We pick back up at the end of that sunset. All the symbiotes are gone. Just our adventurers and what's left of the tent and caravan of Renwick.
Toph will be sitting on the ground, just kind of collapsed there. I'm tired from that.
Yes, I imagine you would be. You did a fine job, though.
What else are we supposed to do with those things? Where did they even come from? He's gonna look down into the lake a little bit.
I'm not sure. I thought that maybe you would know about those. Do any of you know where these came from?
No, but Zanrin, do you see that person over there?
I did. Nothing good comes from something like that shoots up from out of the lake and into the stars. We know what comes from there. I'm gonna psychically message to Brom. Do we... He's just fought these things alongside us. Do we want to cut Renwick in and tell him what the hell's going on? Even if just so that he gets the hell out? I don't know what his agenda is, but you should at least know not to paint next to a lake full of aliens, right?
I think the cat's out of the bag on that one, big guy.
Yeah, Renwick, you see those bloody things? I'm going to point very specifically to the crystals inside the aliens.
Yes.
We've seen these before, underground, in the Underdark. They have nasty effects. Don't touch them. Don't let the group get on you. Whatever you do, you'll end up with something you didn't necessarily bargain for. And I'm going to hold out my left arm.
Oh, my, that, so it hasn't always been like that?
I mean, I wasn't born with it.
Well, then that, thank you for the warning, I suppose. I'm not sure what quite all of that means. Have you fought these creatures before?
The thing in control of them clearly comes from the stars, is what we've learned, but for the rest...
From the stars?
Yep. I'm just gonna... One claw pointed upwards. As straight as an owl's claw gets, I guess, which is more kind of like, eh.
Well, I suppose this plane is full of strange and monstrous things, so...
Well, we're not monstrous, if that helps.
Well, I mean, clearly you're not, but, It does seem like you know how to swing that sword around.
Hmm? Oh, and Nelson eats bugs. That's kind of monstrous.
They're very small bugs.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the food chain. Sometimes things eat other things. It doesn't make them a monster. It just means that they need to survive.
What if those things were just trying to survive?
Well, that's the way life works, I suppose, isn't it?
So then those weren't really monsters?
Maybe not from a certain point of view.
I'm gonna walk around looking for bugs since they got brought up.
These creatures that exploded. Can I see like any stomach parts? I'm trying to determine if they were hungry.
Do I see Toph looking at the things?
I haven't touched it yet. I was
know, but-
generally observing.
Do I see you generally observing?
Fair.
The explosions that went off destroyed most of the hard carapace, but I'm sure there's some remains. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
13.
Harkening back to my early RoBear years as a child that had ate seafood for the first time at a country Red Lobster. That first shell that you crack, whether it be crab, lobster, whatever you get into that's larger than a crawdad, it is a truly unique find. And there is a little piece of that hard carapace you can see is stuck to one of the rocks that's near their lakeside. You can actually see the kind of ooze running down underneath it.
Yep. I still see you, I'm sure. I pray, I think. Even with a 2.
Fuck you and your 2.
I'm gonna point to it. Is that its stomach?
I don't know if these things have stomachs. Definitely don't touch them. That's all
Well,
I'd say for the moment.
If you can figure out what it eats, then you know what kind of predator it is, right?
I mean, yeah, but also we don't know how these things work. We don't know if they were made to live any longer than just one fight. We don't know what's going on with them at all. We don't even know if they have stomachs.
Did they have mouths?
Oh yeah, they've
That's
definitely
a
had.
great question.
Okay. If they have mouths, that means something was probably going in or out of it. So either it was talking out its butthole or it eats something.
Well, most things eat something.
Call me
If
a
they're alive?
biologist.
I mean, that's correct. Where did you learn all of your information about nature?
I was in it.
In it.
Nature.
Well, tell me about it. Where? When?
Years ago? Last
Why?
year?
How?
Oh,
Okay, now you're just... I'm gonna answer these.
Oh no, I think Toph would love an array of questions like this.
What were you doing out in nature? What possessed you to be out in the wilderness?
That's where I lived. It's not like I just stayed there.
And where were your parents?
I'm behind Toph. I'm just kind of doing the.
Well, my mom's dead, but you can meet her. And I'm gonna pull her head out.
Well, yes, we've already been acquainted. But what about your father?
I pull her head out. What does that look like?
I mean, her skull's just strapped to his side of his belt. So
I didn't know if there was any more that was there
Just a chunk
that
of
we've
the
never.
here's her eyes.
I didn't know if there was something else. Like when you were like, you pulled it. I was like, oh my god, there's more.
I mean, I've just got her bones. I didn't keep
Okay.
anything else. It would have
Okay.
rotted by now, I imagine.
I can imagine that scene. Toph walks up to Mama. I'm going to cut off your head now.
That was not part of the ritual. That was not part of it.
Yes,
She did that.
I was acquainted with your mother before the battle. Very nice lady, but what of your father?
What of him? I don't.
You don't what?
Zanrin helps me out a lot. Pull at your leg a little bit.
Zanrin is your father?
Not quite, but it's I mean, maybe as close as it comes. No one really knows.
Ah, I see.
I just didn't have one.
Well, everybody has a father
I didn't.
somewhere.
Well, the important
If he
point.
wasn't there, he wasn't a father.
Yeah, I'm kind of like not locking eyes aggressively with Renwick, but I'm really trying to get the attention across of like the important point is that everyone here is family. You know, we all make sure that everybody's okay. And
Go ahead and you're gonna lock eyes with Renwick.
not like in an aggressive like.
Okay.
I'm not Dom being like family, but I am trying to give you the thing of like, hey, notice, you know, you listen to the words I'm saying right now.
Is Renwick a vampire?
Just casually here, Renwick does not break eye contact with you.
What should I roll for that? Like wisdom save or something?
I don't know. His yellow eyes with the light ringing around them. Even as you look at him and try to impart this, he's just going to be just beaming at you. Not in a menacing way, just in a very. His eyes are very locked on.
Hang on, yeah. God, I've got to roll wisdom here, I think. Pray for that 20. Maybe, I don't know. Could have been worse.
You take that however you want.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna notice, but I'm also like,
He could win a staring contest. That's what
yeah,
I'm
he
saying.
100% could win a staring contest. Yeah, very.
And you
kind of
both
weirded out by
stare at
that.
each other's yellow eyes.
That's true. We both have yellow eyes. Look at that.
I
more
don't
of-
even clock that that's wrong. I'm just like, yeah.
Are you sure you're not my father too?
It's an admiration for both of you weirdos. He stares at you creepily. You slowly begin to turn your head in a creepy owl way. Everyone is sated. Go ahead and roll, Zanrin. Go ahead and roll an insight. Both of you roll an insight. You
Oh, yeah, okay. My insight sucks though. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Looks like a bird to me.
I see something in those eyes. I just don't know what. The pain of a soul of someone who has to commission artists when he really wishes he could be one.
Oh yeah, maybe. He's already an accomplished magician. He already proved that.
Are they gone? Are they gone? Trembling, the one artist that's left. I don't know if this is David or Jacob.
I don't. Joshua, I think. Yeah.
Joshua.
There was
Joffrey
Joffrey.
had a Jacob that left
There was
us.
Joffrey and Joshua, and but Joffrey's dead, I think. And there was one more.
The
and I
cook
forgot
is
his
the
name.
cook is dead. The rest of them ran back to the stagecoach.
We don't know about the bald guy.
Joshua, come. This goo. Don't touch it with your hands, but get a leaf or something. Collect it for your paint.
I
Would make a great luminescence, don't you think? They capture the scene. Again, don't touch it with your skin. Just scoop it up. They said it does something toxic about it.
His impressionist painting of this lakeside looks like a Miami Vice, where it's like exotic sunset and a hitman's come in and like boom, boom, and the blood splatter across. Like
It's got blood on it and guts.
it's just missing the Tarantino movie intro on this thing. He's just shaking his head. He's looking to go and find one of his empty paint wells to scoop up a little of this.
Alas, the painting did not survive the encounter with the reservoir dogs. Sorry, I had to get that in there.
Yep.
I was gonna die if I didn't say that. Yeah, I really don't know if I would do that though, Renwick.
What? I told him not to touch it. It's fine. He'll be very careful.
This stuff tends to have a mind of its own.
That's fine. If it inspires him, it inspires him.
It's less about inspiring him and more about taking control over him. You know, at that point, it's less Joshua's art and it's more, whatever that thing is.
Brain control. Toph is gonna pop up. You're gonna see him pop up, like jump up with those words, so he's temporarily making even eye contact.
I see. Brain control. Never fear. We've 1, 2, 3. There's several of us. We just vanquished all these other foes. If Joshua gets out of hand, I think we can handle it.
You want us to kill Joshua? I'm gonna say that loud enough for Joshua to hear that.
In any case, he's willing to suffer for his art. Trust me.
I'm gonna say.
Are you okay with that, Joshua?
Toph, go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
You want us to kill Joshua?
You're trying to intimidate me?
Or 14.
A 14. All right, I'm gonna make him have disadvantage because you're successful intimidation while he's trying to scoop up a little bit of this.
That's fair.
Ichor. The good news is, since he is an artist, I'm pulling a CR level 1 bard card out, so he does have a proficiency in sleight of hand. So this could be way worse.
Could it?
Yeah.
No, it's still.
Yeah.
When you mention killing Joshua, his hand slips and goes right underneath that carapace. God, oh God, it burns. As he pulls up, his hand is absolutely crippled. Just melted down to the bone. You can see gnarly bits of tendon and flesh. It's just consumed his painting hand.
Aww.
Is it spreading up his arm or did it just stop at the wrist?
He was able to get out from underneath that carapace.
Yes, it looks. Joshua, it's fine. Don't worry. I'll buy you a new one.
Doesn't work that way.
It will be just fine. We'll find the finest craftsman. Do you know anyone who makes hands? Do you have a hand?
Everyone paints with hands. If he paints with something else, it'll be worth more.
Don't cry, Joshua. He's gonna pull out a handkerchief and hand it to Joshua.
Are there any
What
bones
the
left
fuck
on the
is
ground?
going on over here? As Brahm
Nothing
has
to worry about.
been talking with Biddy over at the other side. Nelson, are there any bones?
Yeah, like left on the ground. I want to know if I can animate another Joshua.
So these were
Oh my god.
There are bones from the cook that are left, but these were exoskeletons. So no such luck on that. But there is.
Oh, none of his hand bones. Got it.
It's melted. It's been acid.
Okay, I think you're overindulging a little bit, don't you think?
No, it's my livelihood.
I pay your bills. You don't have to worry about it. You can paint with the other hand.
What am I gonna do?
I just told you, paint with the other hand.
Constitution saving throw disadvantage.
Oh my god.
He's blue. It's bad. He's real close to going down. You can see like that meme. You can see the vein It's just, it's the stress level that he's under at the moment.
Hey, Brom, get over here. We got a problem.
What the fuck is going on over here?
I'm gonna run over
What
to.
a bad time not to have control person, huh? Dang it.
I'm gonna rush over and just be like, okay, look, this is not perfect, but just for the moment, hold what's left still, would you? And I'm gonna roll out the psychic wings and see if I can give just a little bit of healing there and see what I can do with that. Hopefully, give a tiny bit of HP back, which is not a lot, but it's a level 1 bard, so you never know. This might do something.
This is the equivalent of dumping the peroxide over the top. Ah! 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 It's, while you're stopping the acid from melting any more of the hand, at this point, the nerve endings are so intense on this poor artist hand that he's disadvantage on his constitution once again. Yeah, with a 3-3, he's stable but unconscious.
That seems to have resolved itself. He'll just sleep it off. It'll be fine.
I don't think you sleep a hand back.
Trust me, I have enough money to buy him a new hand. It's not a problem.
No one's buying anyone a...
There are plenty of artisans in the city who can craft a hand. Metal, wood, what have you. There's many arcane workers who could remedy this situation, and money's no object here. It's fine. It'll be fine.
So, riddle me this. This genius over here went and stuck his hand in what we just blew up. Is that what happened? I'd leave for 5 minutes. 5 minutes!
Well, it wasn't me. Surprise!
You got a point. You got a point. Looks over with a bit of a smile. Well, I was going to say this was going to hurt just a bit, but, Xandrin, I think you took care of that for me. Still kind of just sizzling over there, bubbling up. Good God.
I'm gonna need a few pointers on the whole healing thing. I don't know how much I helped, bro.
Now, if no one else was here, you would probably save his life from dying from infection within days. So yes, every little bit does help. Let's get him.
What about you? You're some sort of faith healer, correct?
Aye.
What about, can you craft a new hand using the arcane arts?
A little less arcane, a little more faith, but yeah, let's get him propped up over here. It's not going to be a fun process, but them being unconscious is probably for the best. Let's get him up and over here, and for God's sakes, don't touch that. I'm going to take out a little bandage cloth and wrap it up so nobody else touches, and more importantly, nothing else slalls off of it.
Is this Joshua? Who is this guy?
That was marked by Joshua.
Okay.
It just so happened that the new bard is now
so
a
happy.
dragonborn.
Happily screaming.
He looks so happy.
Oh
no, my hand.
Yeah,
He's smiling through the pain, you know?
he's like when you feed a turtle some lettuce.
I'm gonna look over and take a little peek over at my spell list here. Do I still have a greater restoration? Yeah, I got a 6th level spell. All right. Just give me a little bit. Biddy, it'll be a while. You can just see she's over there skipping stones across, kind of staring off where that crazy entity that we just saw not so long ago disappeared off into the nether. Brom's going to begin casting Greater Restoration, restoring this hand back to where it was before. A slow process, but they'll get it back. As he pulls up one of the chairs that was formerly outside the tent in the stagecoach. It's kind of like Weekend at Bernie style. He's holding this arm that's bandaged. Joshua has passed out next to him. He's just staring at the sunset. All he really needs is a voodoo ranger in his other hand at this point.
Do you mean a voodoo ranger in his hand? Seeing as currently he only has one. Sorry.
The helmet with the straws.
Hey, there you go. That's how you fix that situation.
Do you think there's anything else in there? Toph is going to keep looking into the water.
Good question. Let's not try and find out just yet. Not when we've got a poor fellow over here who's a little bit ham-handed. So it is a
We
good...
just stay here?
For the moment, I guess. We could, we could see what's going on. There is the big question, of course. If those things came from the lake, did they get into Draxus's horde? Do we know if this thing was in Draxus's horde? This is, I think, is a very important question all of a sudden. If you're saying things, RoBear, we can't hear you.
No, I haven't said anything yet.
Oh, okay. I guess can I look for signs around the entrance to the okay, new question. How far are we from the cave? From the entrance to the horde?
Well, you have to go in the lake.
In the lake. Okay, all right. Yeah, I was gonna see if I can make an investigation check to see how, if we can tell if they've been in the horde.
No real way to tell from where we're at if they've gotten back into the chamber or not. But just knowing that this intelligence is back in the area, and remembering that the intelligence was behind sating that ancient dragon and slowly corrupting him to the point of losing his own physical body, it can't bode well.
Yeah, you make a great point there, Toth. Okay, Brom, Reggie, Nelson, does anyone know how to, get back in, shall we say?
The only person who's been back that way was Jacob.
Yep. Oh, and he hid the entrance with rocks, if I remember correctly, right?
Not
Yeah.
hid, just obscured a bit.
We know where the entrance is at. We have a proper map. We just haven't gone out and done it. You know? It's like
Right.
exploring any big city for the first time. You got your Google Maps out, but that doesn't mean that's going to take you past any of the actual lively construction or shit that's going on. Not to mention, We literally have just seen the biological carrier of these green crystals growing off the backs of whatever the hell those things are.
Well, none of this is good. Brom, how much time do you reckon it's going to take for Joshua to get back up and moving? How much time do we need?
Joshua will be fine with rest. It'll be a few days, but he'll be able to move around just fine.
Well,
So
then,
do we need to stay with him, or?
I say, well, we're all coming up on nightfall, and we know what night means. We've been there before. We've had to helm save us a couple of times in the middle of the night. If your head's where I think it's at, Xanrin, I want to go there. We have to. Where we're headed in the first place. And I don't... At this point... The guy kind of stops himself. Stares back at you. Kind of nodding on because he can't psychically connect to you without...
oh no!
The
The connection's still there from when we just spoke. It should last long enough. It's not bad. I don't think it's been that too.
Sorry, I forget. I forget when these things turn on and off. At this point, if we have to introduce someone else, so be it.
I mean, the guy literally sat there and said that he was willing to buy someone another hand. It's not like he's wanting for money, if that was ever the concern.
After all, there's quite a bit of art down there anyway. Needs to go somewhere. I don't have the time or plans to be hauling it out. It deserves to be seen.
That, I suppose we can agree on. Alright. Well, Renwick, we should probably carry Joshua to shelter. There's a place nearby that should hopefully do just fine, but, you're gonna want to come with us.
Well,
There's already a temporary shelter, by the way. There's already there's a tent. There's the stagecoach. Like he's got he's got a full glamping setup.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll just Joshua could just we could throw him in the carriage. He'd be fine there. Plenty of room for him. Nice cozy seats.
I had a feeling that
full-
Renwick might leave them unattended for extended periods of time.
There's a full bar in the coach. If we need to go, I'm not really sure what it is you're wanting me to do, but I'm an old man. I could use an adventure or two, and you sort seem talented. Maybe I could help to foster those raw skills.
You're kind of old, though.
Yes, and you're kind of young.
That's fair.
I don't know exactly how safe the coach is.
It'll be fine. It locks from the outside.
What?
We can
Yes,
crack a window, Toph. It's okay.
I've got the key right here. No one's getting in or out.
Okay. Right then. At this
We're
point,
not okay with that.
Zanrin is so weirded out by
creepy
this.
carriage.
Yeah, Zanrin is so weirded out by this conversation. He's not questioning it. He doesn't want to open
It's a
that can
sensory
of worms.
deprivation carriage. That's where Joshua prefers to stay when he's not creating his art.
You shouldn't be locked in anything.
Nelson's very
It's
confused.
at his request I built the carriage.
Where does he poop?
There's a toilet.
Excuse
It's a
me.
composting toilet.
Excuse
It's
me.
like, it's like a minivan.
Sir Renwick.
Yes.
Yeah, I got the carrier pigeon. Said you were looking for a new cook. You just happened to be in the area. It's pretty wild, actually. They have already sent for replacements while you were fighting.
Oh, that was that was fast.
I was camping right around over here in the block. Heard some crazy shit going on, so I was about to get the hell out of here. And then I realized it was, hey, whatever you guys are into, getting rowdy doesn't matter. I'm paid to be discreet.
well, yeah, that's fine.
Tanksley's the name. Bibbs, uncanny look as the past cook.
So we don't have to get a new icon.
No, very hillbilly Jim.
The first task here. Take Joshua. Put him in the tent. Everyone seems to want him in the tent. We'll put him in the tent
All right.
so he can get some rest. Make sure he's got enough blankets.
I'll get some blankets and I'll get. Hey, everybody, I'm gonna
With his
get some.
hand, though. It's new.
All right then. I'll get some coffee right after I put this old boy up here. Be careful with him, please, and do not take the bandages off. Don't plan on poking anywhere near that, buddy.
I would.
What would Toph do?
There's a rabbit's foot joke here somewhere.
No, there isn't.
It would?
Huh?
Never mind. Not hearing things. Walks in. I think I just talked to a bunch of birds and a rabbit.
This man's not on drugs at all. Went out to the forest and had quite a trip. Turned into Snow White. I don't know.
Well, there was something Snow White that he ingested recently. I just don't know. Good lord. Oof.
I just imagine like Nelson perched on Snow White's feet. Can I ride on the back?
On the back of what?
The carriage? Are we not taking the carriage?
I don't know. Do we need to? I assumed we were walking somewhere.
Nelson.
Or
We,
swimming.
I just wanted to ride on the back.
You can hop on my back.
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea, Toph.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna crouch down a little bit, even though that's completely unnecessary. I'm pretty sure your knees are as tall as I am, but I would like to see if I can carry Nelson.
I don't think Nelson would be able to stop Toph.
Just put your
Athletic
claw-like
check.
legs onto my shoulders.
Oh boy.
But boom! That's right.
Got him.
Lord.
I lift you up, and you rise like 3 feet in height.
Oh! Nelson's spindly body, his arms are like splayed out. I assume you're like wrapped around his legs. Lifted him
Yeah,
up.
I've got you.
Yeah. So he's just like, oh shit, trying to kind of balance, like, whoa.
This is fun. I'm gonna start running, weaving in and out of everyone in the crowds.
You've turned into one of those circus performers on stilts.
No, I'm like one of those
It's more like a
waving,
unicycle.
like in the mobile center parking lot, with the waving balloon dudes. What are those dudes called?
I don't know, but I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
It actually feels really good on the back to do that.
Yeah. Very Muppet Man. Yeah.
Yes.
Kermit arms.
Shake it out. We're just running in and out until everyone's ready to hop in the water.
Do we need to make dex checks for this? I feel like we
Yes.
need to make dex checks.
Nelson's wings or tail feathers are whacking everyone.
Oh God.
I am getting ideas for a combo attack in the future, Nelson. Just throwing that out there, Glam. If you have any ideas,
Oh my
I am game.
No. It'll be like Colossus and Wolverine.
Yes. Just like
Ah!
that.
I get taken out by the tail feathers. Ah!
Thomas is running along behind Toph, just like.
Oh, God,
Oh,
this
we
is
should hop
really
on top of
falling
you, and then there'll be 3 of us. And we'll put on a giant trench coat, and no one will know there are 3 of us.
We can fight in an arena battle.
Yeah. Rinrock, do you have a giant trench coat for us?
Maybe if not, I can employ a tailor.
Would this be a possible attack move at some point in time? If I need to...
Can your tailor make party vests? We used to have vests.
I'm sure I have a vest somewhere in the carriage.
Ooh,
Maybe in the trunk.
very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got plenty of fancy vests if you want to just go steal one out of his carriage.
Yeah. Well, I think Toph is. Did I fall? I think I'm still.
I mean, it depends what you
still
want.
running around with you.
Yeah.
quite
I don't.
successfully.
Yeah.
Perhaps
Toffee!
fallen.
Toph to the carriage.
To the carriage! And
There's
he's
vests.
Yes! And even faster, like even his own ears fly back at this point. I hope at some point you like lean forward and become much more aerodynamic in this moment.
Oh yeah. Naruto style.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Once
look
the-
like one of
once
those
the
car
vests-
hood ornaments at the front.
Once
You know,
the news of
Nelson-
vests happened,
Nelson,
a game.
you could totally throw him as a javelin.
Could we do some like altered form? I'm throwing out stupid ideas here, but could we do some like altered form of dash some way like this? As a thought. I'm just gonna plant a seed.
I mean, you can always pick him up and go half your movement speed.
Or could we do like a version of this as charged, but it be piercing damage instead?
Can we reach things outside of engagement range?
I'm seeing.
I'm a big
Robert's
fan of
face
combo move ideas. I think
Slowly
it's
descend
really...
into madness.
No, combo moves are a great idea among team members. It moves beyond just what Raw provides, and then you get to think in battles not just individually, but collectively. There's a good argument for it.
This is true, and if you do need to deliver a touch spell, have the paladin throw the touch
Oh,
spell.
we have done plenty of combo moves that haven't been pure insanity. So
I've only been an instigator a few of the times. Just plant the seed. We can talk about it at some point. But yes, to the carriage.
So once we make it to the back of the carriage, Toph kind of lets me down because he becomes fascinated with the trunk, and as Nelson is as well, and they just kind of like tear into the trunk together, like looking for vests.
Yes.
are they
This is dress up for us.
Closed explosions, you know?
are they tearing through your? What are they doing?
No. It's fine. I bought all of those for the trip, so those are just my camping clothes. It's like super fine, everything, coats and hats and vests and.
Hey! Thought you were in charge of it. I'm.
We see like Biddy turns around at the side of the lake. She's already gone through it too, and she's just wearing like this thing with Supreme plastered across it or some shit.
Yes. Yes. With the
No.
grandest wizard hat on top.
Now you said, Xanrin, you had said that I needed to come with you. Where are we going?
Below the lake, there's a place you should see. You're kind of roped into all this now. I would say I'm sorry, but well, this
I
is
must
just the
admit,
way it is.
I'm a little intrigued by all of this. It seems strange. It seems like a tale. But I'm under the lake. How exactly do we go under?
Well, there's a cave and a pathway through, but Well,
What do you mean under? We have to walk under the lake or swim into the lake?
walk. No swimming, thankfully. I'm sitting there contemplating how much immediately to give away, but at this point, Brom has sat there and been like, he's along for the ride, and just like, yeah. You'll have questions when we get down there, but suffice to say for the moment, things from the stars have been our concern as of late. And it's kind of haunted us for a little bit. It's come back from the past. You'll see. I promise. It'll start to make sense in a bit, but for the moment, you're kind of roped into all this, I suppose. And you put up a pretty good fight against them, so...
Yes, well, nothing's getting painted until Joshua's hand fully heals anyway, so I have some time.
Okay. Okay. And I'm still...
When do we leave?
I'm weirded out still by the strange hierarchy of concerns, but then again, this is apparently the initiation to those who have had exceedingly stupid wealth for a long time versus those who have only recently got it. So it's like, yeah, okay.
When do we leave?
As soon as everybody's ready. I'm just going to take a cursory glance around, look for Nelson, look for Toth, look for Brom, Biddy, Reggie. See that everything is hopefully squared away with what's going on with Joshua.
Yeah. Old boy just showed up. Is getting some coffee and made up, but are we gonna be ready? Here we go. We haven't rested in a while.
Rest here by the campfire then. Take it slowly before we head on down.
Did we find vests?
Roll an investigation check.
Investigation?
No! Get out of my head.
Yes.
Why didn't it roll through? What the fuck?
Roll inside Foundry, baby.
Oh yeah, you
There.
need to. So
Right,
when you hit
yeah.
Foundry and you,
Mhm.
yeah, there you go.
That's not
It's old
awesome.
habits. Old habits die hard.
Here, let me
Okay.
help you out. I didn't help much.
There's a lot to go through in Renwick's. Go ahead, Renwick. What do they find in there?
Oh, yeah.
They're looking for vests with a 14 and a 10.
I mean, they're all brand new clothes in there. Never been worn. Purchased for this camping trip. There are vests. There are velvet and silk and linen. Pretty much every material you could want. There are very large fur coats as well, similar to the one that Renwick was wearing. Fur lined coats made of different materials, and also several large hats. It's a full wardrobe of just the kind of stuff Renwick's already wearing.
There's not a rabbit vest, is there?
I mean,
You said fur.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's
And he was cooking it earlier.
there's probably a rabbit fur vest in there at somewhere.
Did I find it?
So what do we
With the
find with our 10 and 14?
Yeah.
Oh,
this is a
God.
good question.
I don't think you find a rabbit vest for the 14. That's just me.
All right.
I feel like I'd have advantage on that because I know what rabbit fur feels like.
Heads or tails?
Me or him?
Investigators. Do we need to? Heads or tails?
Heads, I find it.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Top is gonna pull it out of the chest. What is this? His voice screeching as he holds this soft light
Nelson's gonna
brown.
try and grab it from Toph and stuff it back in the trunk.
Oh, he's gonna run around to the other side of the carriage and hide underneath the carriage.
Did someone
holding
else
it.
touch it? Jacob wakes up from, or Joshua wakes up from his sleep, his unconscious state. Ah, ah.
Yeah,
You
I've
hear
heard.
Toph sobbing.
I've heard
underneath the
Toph
carriage.
start screaming. Immediate dad reaction. I don't care. Full flight taking off. What the fuck is going on? What happened?
They killed the rabbit!
What?
And you just see like a little corner of the vest pop out from underneath the carriage.
As in the rabbit vest or
Yes.
your vest? Okay.
Not me.
Oh no. Oh god. This is the moment when Zanran realizes of all the people and all of the various species to have this conversation, to be comforting in this moment, he is potentially the worst choice.
Hello, predator. Speak to the prey.
Hey, it's okay. Hey, Reggie, come over here for a sec, would you?
Just pass it along.
No, I'm not passing it along. I'm calling
Reggie,
him
deal
back
with
up.
this.
Yeah, boss.
So, what I want you to do is stay with me and Toph for a little bit, and just, be here for moral support.
What's wrong? What's going on?
So Toph found a vest made of rabbit fur, which means that you can put two and two together. It's kind of it's very upsetting. Oh god, have I called in the right backup? Does Reggie even understand the social context and clues and everything?
Did Reggie even wear clothes before this? Does he understand the importance of like artifacts and wearing them?
I imagine he's picked up clothes, but I don't know.
It's been a bit of a struggle, like not Donald ducking it all the time, like I did before. But yeah,
These are not visuals I want.
I'm not gonna go there, but
Volume 1, Draconic Secrets.
Reggie
Stop.
also exists, by the way.
No.
We went there. I'm so
Keep
sorry.
your stupid secrets.
Reggie doesn't know why you're crying over small rabbit pelts. After all, everybody's a larger humanoid of what they are and someone that's come from the food chain. He understands that once you get to this size, really there are no more rules. But he's been getting himself conditioned to the human condition since you brought him to the city. And he understands that maybe he just needs to sit there and listen. That's what he's done a lot of. So it's just kind of sit down and be empathetic without saying a whole lot. Just, yeah, I think I get it, boss.
Hey, they're tough. It's okay.
You can just see Toph is curled into a small ball as he circles around this vest, clutching it tightly. Almost like it's his own little security blanket right now. Just small whimpers escape from underneath.
Yeah. It's never easy losing anybody. He kind of puts it two and two together that he may be the only one that knows what it's like to live running around in the wild, and never really thought about it with Toph before, because it's all he's ever seen is this young man warrior that's gone out and slayed incredible beasts 10 times its size. Not a lot of mourning the loss of others where we've come from, eh?
There's just no respect. Turned into a stupid vest. Put in with all those other clown outfits.
There's no sense in lying to you. You're completely right, and it is senseless. But that's why we gotta try and do better.
What? How are you gonna stop them from doing that?
Well,
People
talk to
look
them.
at me and they think I'm gonna make a nice hat. It doesn't matter that I hit a god.
But they talk to you and realize that you are so much more than even just the thing that kills the god. And that's how
No.
you start changing it, I think.
They
At
don't
first.
do that. How many of the people in that town we went to actually listened to me?
I don't think that there was anyone who wasn't listening to you. The moment that you actually started talking.
Not seriously. He kind of curls back in. Maybe
Life.
it'd be better if I could do more like this vest. Then maybe I'd do less trouble.
No, don't you dare say that.
Well, at least this is useful. At least he
And-
bought it and he thought, this looks nice. And he kept it.
Toph.
My
You have
fur doesn't even look this clean. This is currently covered in blood and gross stuff. From the fight. And from probably not bathing for a long time.
that too, I imagine.
Yeah, it's a bad combination.
Toph, I don't think for a second that anybody thinks that of you. And more importantly, you are worth a whole lot more than someone's terrible decisions. I need you to know that, right here. This is evil. This is bad, but I need you to look at me and remember, you are more than just that. Not just to other people, but also you should be to yourself. Okay? You've killed gods. The fact that you can say that in the first place is remarkable. Any nonsense Renwick's wearing isn't going to make that. Look at this hat. Did that hat ever kill a god? No, it just makes him look fucking stupid. You're more than this. You're always more than this.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be killing anything. What if...
Was that because I said the hat looked stupid? Is that what?
Correct.
I don't even care. I don't even care if you heard it, man. Yeah.
He hears it. He makes no move though.
Cool.
Xandrin is right. We are so much more than just that. Even when we leave that, we're still here. So whoever that was isn't really gone.
Like how you reuse their bones?
Well, that part of it I would reuse, yes. But who it was has just returned into the planet.
Why did they have to kill for a vest, though?
Maybe it wasn't killed.
Maybe, but Renwick is a human. And a rich one at that.
Can you find out, Nelson? He's gonna push a little bit more of the vest out.
Is it enough for me to do anything with?
I mean, I guess it's a vest made of completely of a rabbit pelt, so I suppose
Yeah.
probably be more than one rabbit, to be honest.
Oh my god.
I mean,
this-
one rabbit's
this is-
not going to make a vest.
Oh, this has horrible possibilities, man.
I don't think Toph
Like,
wants me to reanimate this thing.
Like
gonna be
Glenfiddich, it seems to be a single malt, like probably just one whole family.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just imagining.
man.
Oh man, I mean,
It's gonna be like the dogs from the thing. It's just like multiple heads
they're
and shit. Just
they can't. I mean, I'm gonna assume they wouldn't be able to communicate. So speak with dead wouldn't do anything except for have me hear a bunch of little yelping rabbits, which sounds absolutely horrifying.
Yes.
I would suggest not going there. There's really nothing beneficial.
Yeah.
Um,
But Nelson's gonna consider it because Toph asked. But yeah, I don't think I can find anything else out here for you, Toph.
What are we allowed to kill and not allowed to kill? Why were they okay to kill them? And to wear them? What makes it okay?
Nelson would have no way to answer that question. He doesn't think it's that big a deal.
yeah. I'm sorry, Toph, but it's nature. They don't really get a choice.
So just the biggest things get to do whatever they want to the little things?
A lot of times, yeah.
doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah, it's stupid.
We can choose not to have it that way. And I know that isn't everyone else choosing, but it's a little better than before.
It's not fair.
I'm certainly not one to comment on this, but if there's one thing I've learned about humans, they are driven and ambitious and caught up in everything that they can do. And in moments where they realize they can do something, they forget if they should do something. You'd hope that it wouldn't get this bad, but it does. Hey, for the moment, there's not much more we can do about this. Don't dwell on it too much. And whatever you do, do not think for even a second what you thought back there. That's a dangerous, invasive kind of thought. You matter to people, Toph. Okay?
I just don't know to who.
Well, there's Betty. There's your mama.
Well, she's not even here.
Isn't she? Assuming you're talking about your mama. I don't know if
Yeah.
you're talking about Betty. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she is, but that's not. It's not the same mom.
No, but you'd think that she would have chosen to leave you behind if she was given the choice.
She wasn't.
Exactly. That's part of the reason why she's still here.
She's not
At
the
least-
same. She's not nice anymore.
Well, for that, you've got everyone else here.
Who keeps
Myself?
leaving? Jacob's gone now. I bet he would have preferred a vest.
I'm gonna try something here, and this is gonna require a roll from Toph's mom, unfortunately. So here's what I'm gonna try and do. I'm gonna try and encode thoughts, and I'm gonna try and push the memory of what Reggie showed me, of my twin living essentially beyond death. I'm gonna try and push that thought into Toph's mind. To kind of settle things a little bit. But previously when I've tried this, Toph's mum has rolled and pushed back, so I don't know how this goes. So I'm gonna throw that down, but I don't know if you roll for this, Caustic, or something, but I don't know what RoBear's rule on this is, but yeah, that's I'm gonna throw that out there.
She doesn't want others to influence him. It would detract from her objective.
Hmm. So yeah, I mean, I can roll spell attack if needs be, or something along those lines.
Yeah. RoBear, how would you like us to handle this?
This is all up to you. You guys set it's your DC about trying to access something inside your head. So this is him using his psychic abilities to try to impress upon someone else. So this would be intellect or wisdom saving throws. Your choice, Toph.
Let's go wisdom.
All right.
Wisdom. You said that you don't want.
It wouldn't be him. It's against his mom, essentially, is the challenge.
But biologically, she's hanging out up in there, so it's. I would say, you can either roll against like counterspell.
Okay.
And mama don't want nobody up in there.
Mm-hmm.
I would do a +10 with advantage.
Oh Jesus!
Set the DC.
Okay, this is gonna go badly.
I don't know. I probably would put her DC at like.
I'm gonna let you roll for it.
Oh, you want me to just roll using
2d20s +10.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Can I declare the? Oh, new question. Do I have one? Yeah. Can I declare the use of an advantage card?
Yes, when we get there, yes, you can.
Cool. Thank you.
21 is the highest.
21.
Okay. So yeah, knowing that he's had pushback from this before, Zanrin's really going to focus as he pulls that kind of psychic feather from out of his forehead and sort of like gently floats it in the direction of Toph. And we're going to see first roll. And let's see. Let's pray advantage is better. Oh, thank God. So yeah, in your mind, Toph, you see the vision of just on the rooftop before everyone arrived in that evening where we saw the explosion far off, and you see Reggie putting his forehead to mine, and then it's like going through the Rainbow Bridge in Viking mythology. Like you're suddenly zooming through this picture, so to speak, and what you see is suddenly everything from Reggie's perspective when he was a choker, and it's that fight. And you can, as I did, look around, and it's the exact same movements that I did, because this is a memory, and you see what I noticed, which is the passing on, quite visibly, of my twin from mortal physical form to a psychic one. And then, as they pass on quite peacefully, in that sense, and very much at their choice, the vision kind of fades, and suddenly you're just jolted back to where you are.
Oh, what's that?
Reggie showed it to me. He saw the moment at which my twin died. But there's an important note about that. She's not really gone, so to speak. It's more complicated than that, but the whole point is that life isn't necessarily something that ends at the door of death. It's hard to understand, but all these things have echoes. Bad things can happen here, but it doesn't necessarily mean what comes next is terrible.
So what happens to them. And he's gonna hold out that vest.
Oh, scene change. It's a little hard to know, but then again, no one can know. All I think I realize now is that there's more beyond it. This isn't the end for them. The story did not have as terrible an ending as I think you believe. Because it's still not over.
Can we at least bury it?
Absolutely.
I don't think they wanted to become a vest. I wouldn't.
No, I don't think they did either. But for what evil has been done here, we can put that right. Come on, Reggie. Let's see if we can find a shovel here. I'm gonna start searching through the trunk of all that and see what I can do. If there's a shovel somewhere in the various equipment.
With all the supplies that we have, a shovel is one of the easiest things to find.
Cool. With a 27, I find a jewel-encrusted shovel that he bought just for the expedition.
Jeez.
It appears to be a leftover golden shovel from a groundbreaking, probably for some bank on the outskirts of Waterdeep.
What the fuck?
As you
Fucking Renwick.
as you actually find that shovel and come out, if you come back by the camp with my nat 20, Renwick was hearing all of the things you were saying, and his cook has already dug a hole.
Oh.
Yeah, I meant no offense, Toffee. I'm very sorry.
Do you even know where these came from?
I do not. They were purchased for me. I employ a shopper, personal purchaser. But from now on, we will refrain from the furs. As he takes off his own coat and throws it in the hole.
I understand some. I get it, but there's just some of us that we know. I think we deserve a little more respect than that.
I think you're right. Go ahead and, if you don't mind, bring the rest. We can give them all a proper rest.
Toffee just grabs your entire chest. That
It's
may
not all-
also
it's not
include
all furs.
Your linens and silks. And he dumps the whole chest into that grave site.
Pay the toffee price.
Well, yes. I guess suppose I can get
That's a bit
I can get a
overkill.
new coat somewhere else. That's fine. Would you like to say any words?
Yeah. And that final music box that he has, it's the broken one that he hadn't fixed yet. He's going to lay it on the top of the pile. I hope that you get more in the next life than you got in this. Both in respect and life. And then he's gonna push a little bit of dirt into the hole.
Renwick's just gonna kind of raise a hand and with his fingers just kind of, and the cook's gonna start filling in the hole with the shovel.
That's not fair.
I'm sorry, what?
That's not fair. These weren't his.
Ah, I see. Just a moment as he begins to roll up his sleeves and takes the shovel from the cook. And will start. No. This is, please let me.
Hey, I don't want this taken out. I don't want this taken out my wedges here.
You're gonna get. It's fine. You're going to get paid. As he takes the shovel.
He's gonna look very bizarre at this whole situation after he's already got the one hole that he's buried with the rest of the actual fresh rabbit that all went into it in the first place. Whatever you say, boss.
Yeah, Rinrick rolls up his sleeves and he starts shoveling and just kind of smiles at Toph a little bit, but not really saying too much. But he will then, as he looks pleasantly at Toph, his eyes will also shoot very quickly to Xanrin on the side. I'm keeping the hat, though.
Aren't you gonna say any words?
Yes, I suppose.
Toph is going to stare unblinkingly at you until you start.
Well, I didn't know any of you, but I apologize for any indignity that that befell you at my behest. I wish you well on the next leg of your adventure.
Fine.
I hope that you won't hold this against me. As he's, I see the errors of my judgment. And I hope
What
that you can.
are they then?
Well, obviously these were living creatures, and no matter the circumstances, they should have been shown a little more respect.
How would you do that?
I guess by not making them into coats.
I don't know how to break this to you, Toph, but you're not the same as the rabbits that are in that hole. The same way that Xanrin's not the same as an owl that sits across in a tree.
Well,
It hoots
really
in the
hard
night.
not to look at that and say that's not me. When my fur feels exactly the same.
Does the dragon
When I
not
look
think
at-
the same way with its scales when one wears its armor out in public?
Maybe that's something we should consider then, right? Maybe we should be careful of what we kill. Why
Yeah,
do
we
have
shouldn't
that
wear
right?
lizards. You're right.
I think it's the principle of the matter that I think that's what Toffee is getting at here. Toph, excuse me. I think that we need to, as Nelson said, be careful what we kill and maybe respect those around us.
Toph is going to crawl back under that carriage for now. Kind of curl up as a ball.
I apologize for upsetting the young man there. It wasn't my intention.
There's no apology necessary.
He makes a certain amount of sense.
Shouldn't have gone
Granted-
snooping around in your carriage in the first place.
No,
Your possessions wasn't ours to impose upon in the first place.
That's all right. I offered, and it's fine. Granted, things kill other things. There's a circle of life to be considered, but no one needs rabbit fur. There are other materials.
I was able to snag a couple extra if you want one, Brahm. And Nelson offers Brahm a vest.
I'm okay. I'm more concerned about what's out there.
I suppose the only thing I can say is I'm glad that you can discern the difference between needs and wants. That's it.
Well,
It's a quality that not everyone with our significant amount of wealth will actually be able to do.
well, I'm not a monster. As I told you before, I swore off violence many years ago, except in the most extreme circumstances, and honestly, it's just not. I've just never given it any thought, but now I have.
Hey, Betty, will you lend us a favor? Build us a bridge back to where we're at before we lose another. But he's gonna nod and head back over towards the stagecoach.
She'll know better than I will. I don't know about you guys, but I always feel so helpless when it comes to situations like this. Never know quite what to say. So,
It's hard for me to articulate the kind of nature that I have come from. If I were to be made into a vest in my old life, that would be considered of great honor.
I think I would look amazing as a vest.
where did you learn the word articulate? Did I teach you that one? Damn, Reggie. I like everything he said has gone over my head. I'm just astounded he knows such a big word.
Hard to represent. I didn't live with that kind of, you say, dignity. When one has fallen, the rest will eat. My brothers and sisters were not given such reverence. I'm sorry I could not be more help, Xanrin.
It was more about the presence of family than any words you could say. I owe
My
you an
family
apology
was
too,
much
by the way.
different.
I owe you an apology too, by the way. I know it wasn't necessarily me there, but
No,
everything that went on the roof, you know that wasn't me, right?
opportunities are good, Xanrin. The less comfortable I am, the more I learn.
Okay. Just I'm glad that you clocked that it wasn't quite you understand I wouldn't ask you to come back to some communal nonsense after having all the adventures that we'd had. It's not quite my style. I asked you to make that choice back in that cave for a good reason, you know. You should be able to make your own choices.
New adventure is good adventure. Boss man.
Attaboy, Reggie.
I have, you say lots of issues to work out. This axe works well.
It will solve many of our issues. I am certain of that. Sort of admiring the heft of such a freaking ridiculous weapon for a second. And just quietly nodding. Can I roll a perception to see if I notice anything out there in the dark? Or are we basically just okay for the moment?
Go for it. It's an unease as you scan over the lake, looking for disturbances in the water. One small lantern out at the end of the dock side with just our camp lights peering into the grays. Dark ripples, like a strong wind across the top of what looks like sheer glass in points. It's a bit like seeing Black Dog run across the highway. And you've been tired on the road. You begin to see things that maybe aren't even there. It's a vast expanse over what is a dark piece of water. When you see the occasional fish jump up and disturb, it gives you those instant chills. But you don't see any imminent threat.
You reckon we'll be...
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, do you reckon we'll be safe here? As safe can be?
We're in a city that's burning. Under a sky with threats that mortals can't describe. That ancient dragons are worried of. And we got a tired crew. And one that's got a lot of questions about itself. To say that the focus isn't there at the moment is an understatement. See, Renwick, what lies beneath there is a lot more that we can't explain.
Well, it would be helpful if you could try.
I mean, you're never going to believe us, but I could show you. And I'm gonna pull the psychic feather with another encode thoughts and offer it. And question of yes or no. Knowing
before you start your ceremony, with Biddy back over with you, Toph, I have no idea because I'm not putting any words in anybody's mouths. Do you want to remain over at the stagecoach?
Yeah, Toffee is just gonna sleep this off. He'll be fine in the morning, just he overworked his emotions, and he doesn't really know what he's thinking or saying at this point. I'm sure Biddy's just probably trying to explain it and maybe crawls under the coach and gives him a little comfort.
You get Echo Snuggles.
I'll take it.
Yeah, Renwick will take his hat off so you can push your memories.
I'm going to impart. I'm so sorry about the police sirens. If you can hear that, I don't know if you can hear what's in the
They're coming for
background.
you.
Damn,
We flash
Sanrin's
back to,
criminal past.
younger Xanrin in jail.
Which, for all you know, I have been there and got out once or twice. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. As I push that further to you, you see the memory, and what you see in particular is the events and the conclusion of the man with the diamond eyes. You see us, as well as a few people that you've never seen, arriving in the chamber with the Lady of Stone. You see Helm revealing the true form of Onyx Prime, and you see a meteor hurtling down towards the Earth with us on it, and then Onyx Prime being blasted away.
Well, that is quite a thing.
Certainly
Apparently,
not where.
it's not the only thing that's out there. You know the fires inside of Waterdeep. Those crystals that exploded on the back of those, whatever the hell they are. They've been used. And we found this Ica, this accelerant, this black ooze. It's one of those things from out there that lies in the stars. It has a hive mind of sorts. Seems to live in all bits and parts of itself. That's what we're worried. That thing we saw on the other side. Whatever that person was covered in it. We gotta get through that lake to get...
I don't much care for violence, as I've said. But this does seem like a fight worth fighting. It seems there's not really much of a choice, so I may be a little older now, but in my prime I was quite vicious. If you would have me, I would fight alongside you.
We'll take anything we can get. These things, they've... Go ahead.
There's no way of measuring how challenging it'll be, but I, for one, am glad you're here. Even with that hat.
It was a very expensive hat.
If you like bugs, I can share mine with you.
Oh, how rude of me, actually. As he sees that he's been making food all night for everyone. 1 second, please. As he raises a hand into the ground, and I'm gonna cast Infestation. And just a bunch of bugs are gonna swarm up all over you, or around you.
Nelson's gonna freak out and go into a feeding frenzy.
How rude of me! What a terrible guest I've been, or a host I've been.
He's kind of like bent in half, like a 70s cartoon, with his like walking around with his ass in the air and his mouth on the ground.
The sudden arrival of this mountain of bugs, which is next to either me or Brom. I'm just like, oh god, what? Whoa. So like, I take to the wing a little bit. I'm like 3 feet in the air at this point. Like, yeah, whoa, okay.
You gotta think quick, Nelson. Clean up your buffet. Ah.
Oh, he's in Hoover mode.
Oh my god. Yeah, a little warning next time there, big guy.
Oh, my apologies. We had all eaten, and it seemed that his preferred dinner was elsewhere.
You can have some, Xanrin.
I don't see any scorpions in there. Are there scorpions? Fuck, are there scorpions?
I don't know. I don't think infestation can conjure scorpions. Like, it's just fleas and mites and that kind of thing.
Oh god.
So yeah.
I hope you all have your tick medicine on.
Yeah, I was about to say, if
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
fleas and mites
do they
and
get
parasites.
I literally had to scratch the back of my neck. I was like, oh.
Fleas and mites and parasites is what it says.
Oh my goodness. Say
Just a bunch
hello.
of bloodsuckers.
Don't worry, I'll be thorough.
Tapeworm.
Lyme disease. Here we come.
Just just ticks and other blood-eating insects. But I'm controlling them only to chill around Xander or Nelson until they're eaten.
Master Renwick, would
Jumping up at my feet.
you like me to check you for ticks?
That won't be necessary. I assure you, there's nobody interested in my blood. It's too old.
Yes, sir. By the way, what is Tanksley cooking?
Not rabbit.
Not rabbit. Probably not meat.
Vegetable stew.
Yep. Probably some sort of bread and vegetables.
Oh, there's definitely some meat in there for sure. He didn't get the memo just yet. Just went down the line.
Look, listen, there's no Minotaur party members. People are fine with beef for the moment, I'm sure.
Hey, I ate a ribeye steak the first day I was a Minotaur. Mistakes can be made. Mistakes can be made.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I guess a stew of some sort then.
Well, it's pretty shredded, so use your imagination.
Yes, well, I suppose it would be a waste at this point. Please feel free to eat if you wish, if you're hungry.
Xamarin's gonna tuck in. At this moment in time, it's one of those things of like, even if it was like a chicken or something, he's a predatory bird. He would care if it was an egg, perhaps, but not with just bird meat generally or anything along those lines. It's like, yeah. Fuck yeah.
It's dark meat, so it's either.
If you're not interested in the stew, perhaps you would prefer an egg.
Of course, you nat 20 on the egg.
It finally happened.
You've been working on this trick so long.
Son of a. I'll take the stew, thank you. And I'm like.
Are you sure? Because I've
reaching-
got a dozen. It's an at 20.
Oh, can we get some omelets? Tanksley, Sarah. We'd love some scrambled eggs, omelets.
If it's not too much trouble, Tanksley, if you don't mind.
I could make up a southwestern omelet with hold the animals, yeah. Do a little.
Perfect.
Yeah, not a problem.
I'll stick to the stew. Thanks, Tanksley.
You don't like my eggs aren't good enough for you? What's the deal?
Like you said, predatory
magic
bird,
eggs.
but predatory bird, but eggs feel wrong to him, man. That's just it. He's lived in the city in the criminal context, so he's not sitting there and making a huge issue out of it. He knows how it goes, but it's like, that's not what he's going to be eating, He's settling with that lovely rare bit from time to time, and that's about it.
Next campaign, when it's more anthropomorphic creatures than humans, I'm gonna be like, "Yep, it's a fresh baby, actual babies on the menu." So we can finally get the humans. Well, I'm not going to the baby eating place. What's wrong? What do we go to the places where they eat yours? What's wrong with a little fresh young baby?
Just hope it doesn't end up being like the Minotaur, and then you forget, and it's like, oh wow, this mystery meat's real great. You forget to ask. It's like, oh god.
Good old trip to the city of brass.
And With the stew and the dozen eggs, I am gonna burn Bass Hunter's chef feast that they just sent me. Which means that is temp hit points for everybody, which is level plus proficiency. So we're looking at 18 temp HP.
Let's go. We'll take it.
We will indeed.
Renwick does not eat. His appetite is low this evening.
Do you drink anything? Drink any wine? Any?
He may have a drink or two, but he's not going to partake in the stew or the eggs.
If you have a little bit of beverage, you can take a partial. You can take 5 HP.
Okay.
Not a bad selection of wine on the go either, huh? Thank you for your generosity.
Yes, no problem. Take whatever you'd like. It's all the same to me.
Where the hell did you end up with a bottle of Chalet de Roaring Horn? What the?
The Roaring Horns. Yes, good folk. Great wine.
Nelson's gonna grab a mug and then like walk over, like holding it out to Renwick to fill his mug with like bugs just like crawling all over his underbeak.
Oh gosh.
And his tongue trying to like clean him up. Mind filling me up?
How does Nelson drink out of a goblet?
He puts his nose in it all the way, and his tongue like. We did this in the first tavern.
That's true.
That's true.
Sure thing, buddy.
Perception check for everybody looking across Nelson.
Ooh. There we go. Thank God for reliable talent.
22. Enamored by Nelson and his buffet as he begins to fill his goblet. You're the first to hear, Xandarin. Just a massive splash back behind you.
Son of a... I'm gonna immediately just turn around, like, no explanation. It's like a... It's the uncanny, like when someone full dart turns, except it's just my head. I've gone like a full 150-degree turn, immediately looking back towards the lake.
You see one of those rowboats over by the dock just pulled all the way in. It just disappears underneath the water.
Gang, we have a problem.
Ooh, what is it?
Renwick, how many rowboats were there before we started this conversation? Doesn't matter the answer. It is one less than it was before. One of them just got swallowed by something.
Are you sure this didn't sink?
It's a boat. It's kind of meant to not sink on its own.
Well, I mean, it doesn't stop them from sinking.
Quick question, did Renwick pay for these boats?
Don't know if he did or not. Who knows at this point? You got a whole glamping setup out
he
here.
He owns this entire estate. You're in his land.
You could say he's a competitive land baron to the north.
He owns this entire.
He's so
1,000 acres
old
property.
that he owns property inside of what the government has reclaimed for national parks at this point. He's got water rights from 600 years ago up above Waterdeep.
Yeah, if you paid for the boats at very least, think about getting a refund. But let's hope that's what's happening, because one of them's just gone down.
Let's go take a look. Renwick
No.
is gonna walk over to the water's edge.
Oh no. I'm walking after Renwick, but I'm nowhere close to the water's edge. I'm more like, no, this is a bad idea, Renwick.
What do I see in the water?
Fuck. God damn it.
As you get up and you're like, whoa. Renwick, you stare out at this smooth glass of where these rowboats once were. Dark as night. You slowly begin to see almost what looked like piano keys over the top, as if it was being lifted from the depths. And Xanarn, as you're taking those steps forward, you see
Oh God.
it begin to emerge from the darkness, and what was piano keys show as sharp teeth. As you look at a horizon, Xanarn, of large objects in the distance, all beginning to rise up to where you can't even see the mountain anymore on the other side.
Oh.
Only the moonlight shining off of these what look like 12, 15 feet long fangs and incisors. And that is where we will pick up next week with the whole party.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Yo,
God.
Renwick, most people just put like carp in their lake. You know, maybe some koi fish.
these are rare, imported.
These are terrifying. Look at these fucking things. Good God.
Listen, their mother thinks they're adorable.
That was RoBear playing in the AI generators again.
If I
Oh,
kill
yes.
these, can I make them into vests, or is that just so I know?
I'll
They may
turn
not attack us just because they have teeth. That doesn't mean they're gonna kill us.
I'll turn the daylight on just so you can get a little piece of these
music
horror
says
shows.
otherwise.
Oh God, that's so fucked.
Maybe they just
Oh my
want
God,
to
dude.
hug us. Just saying there are options.
Yeah, like a kiss hug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're all going in for a nice
Love
big
nibbles.
hug.
Yes.
A tooth hug.
Yes.
A tooth hug. Hugging us with his mouth bones.
Oh.
Boy, am I glad
yeah,
I
do
burned
teeth
that
count
chef's
as a
feast
pile
when I
of
did.
bones?
Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll have the full party back next week. Don't forget, bring your vest. Make sure it's not a rabbit vest.
Everyone invest.
Be prepared.
We need vest merch.
Your life vest is under your seat.
Love you guys. We'll see you next week. See you in 2 hours for Netherdeep.
Woo!
What's going on, everybody? Captain RoBear and crew, and this is Call the Nether Deep, episode 16.
First intro, and you can't prove me otherwise.
What?
The sweet
Look at that man dance.
Perfect.
He's dancing.
That man dance.
He's dancing all the way.
Welcome, everybody. Damn, it's good to be playing D&D. Shit.
Ooh, D&D.
What's going on, everybody? Captain RoBear here, and crew. Oh my God, and everybody's in fucking slow motion. Let's go.
Just doing the slow motion again.
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa.
Did it get real fast all of a sudden?
That's crazy. So I never transferred between computers, and I let the stream up from the last one and did a bunch of stuff inside of like studio mode. Oh man, it did not like that. It did not like that one bit.
I've been offering a lot for you, sir. If you could
Studio
just give me
mode.
a little bit of a break.
Just a few changes, not a whole lot. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Okay.
not moving mountains. It didn't like that. Holy shit. Happy Thursday evening, everybody.
Back to back D&D.
Yeah.
D&D double feature on a Thursday. Gotta love it. Been an epic week.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Whew.
Anybody got big announcements? Say, well, Angel's turn. It's gonna swoop down and get a piece of Ilya.
I should probably join this fucking game.
It's just scary in here. Only if you want to be scared.
I'm like, why is there no music? Oh, I'm not even in the game.
I'm not even. Where am I?
How dare you not immerse me?
What am I doing?
Immerse me.
I mean, that just shows like how used to no starting music I am. I'm just like, yeah, I guess we're starting. Oh, also.